it's time for the official YMS obligatory review of a sequel of a movie that I've already reviewed. Time. That's right, Death Race 3. Because somehow Death Race 2 was actually successful enough to make a sequel. I guess that's what happens when you secretly film the movie in South Africa. 'Cause it's cheaper! But let's forget about that. It's time to throw Death Race 2 aside because this is Death Race Inferno. That means it's better.
The vehicles are bigger, much more powerful. The weapons are more destructive. All the stuff is real. There's almost no computer material in the movie.
Action on every page, quadruple the amount of blow-ups.
The criminal, murderer, rapist, thief drivers are more vicious, and the whole thing packs a much more powerful punch.
You're franchising Death Race, aren't you?
Now the characters have found themselves traveling to the faraway land of South Africa. Well, that's fresh and exciting.
With 3, Rule and I we had Africa as Africa, so we weren't hiding anything. We weren't trying to make an ambiguous United States city. We were using Africa as Africa.
But before we get there, we should probably explain what the hell's going on.
Death Race, the #1 sport in the world.
Yep, that's right. Death Race is now the #1 sport in the world. And wouldn't you know it, Ving Rhames is back again. Very briefly though, only so much as to try and trick people into thinking that he's actually in the movie. We're then introduced to British billionaire Niles York, who wants to force Wayland Industries to sell the rights to Death Race via hostile takeover. Hey, remember in that Death Race 2 review I made that you should totally check out right now? When I said that Luke Goss's character only exists so that they can have the exact same character as Jason Statham's character minus Jason Statham. I wonder which now absent character they're filling in for with this new arrival. Doesn't really sound like a British accent, but it sounds like somebody.
Of course, Niles York is not only a billionaire, but he's a sociopath as well. He's probably one of the most unpleasant people I've ever played in my life.
In this movie, we needed a villain. You know, this movie needed a really badass villain. So we turned to Douglas Scott to give it a British kind of chic element.
Fuck! Fucking hell!
So we get to Mark Wayland already signing over his rights, but he spelt his name wrong. Pretty sure Wayland is spelt with an E and not an A. Pretty sure it's also typed out for you on that piece of paper that you're writing on right now. They're not really clear on exactly why he's signing over the rights, but whatever, it's Death Race.
It's Death Race!
Yeah, that's true.
It's Death Race!
What you left vulnerable, I seized. I stole nothing. You lacked vision, Wayland. That was your undoing.
Then, even after he has already won, he starts explaining his plans just like any evil villain would do. Except there's something oddly dramatic about the way he does it.
I will have a monopoly on the most profitable sport in the history of the planet. More cars, more cons, more guns, more death. The sky's the limit.
Yep, he got up out of his chair to show jazz hands, raise his fist in the air, and then just sit down again. Seems kind of unnecessary.
That's why you're going to fail.
What the fuck? Did anybody else just fucking see that? Within a split second, super serious Ving Rhames has changed into a giddy little schoolgirl. So we get back to Carl Lucas, and what, he looks better.
You didn't fix my face in the kindness of your heart, did you? It was infected. I was gonna die. And you'd have lost your star driver.
Really? You're making that argument? You're telling me that there's no way they could have stopped the infection without making him look beautiful? How did they fix his lip? Seems to me like Rule just wanted to see Luke Goss's pretty face again.
When you bring a really serious and very good talented actor to an action movie, it gives you so much more levels on his character levels. And that is something as a director you want to play with. In Death Race 2, I found that Luke is a really good driver. I wanted in this movie to have him drive himself. And so I have this really crazy moments with me in the car with a camera and him driving through the dunes and through the sand hills and with explosions. I always dream my movies, dream the shots, dream the scenes, and I basically execute them on the set, what I've imagined doing.
Weirdly enough, Ving Rhames decides to lose his seriousness as he's exiting the conversation again.
This all starts and ends with you.
Time to flash back to Death Race 2 a bunch, just in case you forgot about it. Is it really necessary to deliver that mask in a tub of dry ice? Niles York informs Carl Lucas that he'll be moving to South Africa to compete in a new death race because it's different and better.
We're sending 14K as well as both your teams.
But as he's coming up to him, he really awkwardly puts the Frankenstein mask on his face. Carl Lucas is like, hey, Waylon said that I would be able to go free if I won one more race. And then he realizes, oh, I guess it's really convenient that Waylon's not in charge anymore.
You lose, you live. You win, you die.
Why? So they're being transferred to the prison, and to get there they have to go through this tunnel, but it's actually also part of the prison. And then a fight scene starts for fucking no reason, and it's not very clear why it starts, but they're fighting now. Man, I'm so invested in what happens to these characters. I sure hope that they win against whoever else they're fighting. Carl Lucas is in his own little fight scene, and in the spirit of Death Race 2, oh my god, these extras are fucking hilarious. What the fuck is this guy even doing? Oh no, my Frankenstein mask got knocked off while I was fighting. That sucks because it's supposed to be a secret that I'm Frankenstein. But wait, did anybody catch exactly how his mask fell off? How can you honestly look through the camera lens noticing that huge fucking gap between the two of them and think, hey, if I just add a punching sound effect, it'll look like he got hit?
And I don't need to communicate it with the cameraman because I'm the cameraman.
Maybe he's an airbender. Whatever he did, it looks like it knocked him out because it didn't show Carl Lucas touching him. Is there a single person on the planet that gets convinced by this many cuts in a fight scene? I think the fact that it makes it so that you can't tell what the fuck is going on is intentional. Because if they gave you even a second for your brain to process where everything is in the scene, then maybe you might not be convinced by such amazing fight choreography. Ow! Can we all just stop for a moment and appreciate this man's facial hair? Hey, I thought you already got beaten up by Danny Trejo. The fight dies down, and oh no, his old pit crew sees him with the mask off. Everything is ruined, except why couldn't he have just told them?
It always was you.
You son of a bitch!
And I guess there must have been some audio issues working inside that cave because every single line in this scene sounds dubbed.
So what kind of deal did they make, huh?
I didn't have a choice.
Whatever it was that is clearly getting your face fixed, I saw it. I was there.
Did you, Goldberg? Or did you just see what they wanted you to see?
What did they want us to see?
But it's no deal.
You never needed to make a deal. All you had to do was win 5 races in a row and you're free.
What? It's win 5 races and then you're free, not win 5 in a row and then you're free. It doesn't have to be in a row.
You and your team win 5 races and you go free.
If any single character in the entire fucking series shouldn't be making that mistake, it's the factually infallible, stereotypical nerd character nicknamed Lists.
Believe what you want, Goldberg. But I don't think it's wise, right now, that they see us together.
When they say Death Race 3, I think Tannet Phoenix.
It was an amazing transgression from the second film into the third. I mean, I didn't have to do much work.
Do you train in this outfit, or do they let you wear?
I'm not fighting in this. This is my racing outfit. I can't even really move my arms in this, so this will be very impractical. All the noise in the background. This is a working set. They're busy racing all the cars today and doing all the stunt scenes, and I think you might even get to hear some explosions.
Explosions?
Explosions.
So now the characters are finally making it inside the prison.
Welcome to hell!
Welcome to hell, welcome to hell, welcome to hell, welcome to hell.
Aw man, sucks to be them. Wait, what the fuck?
The prison is powered by guys on a treadmill, you know, so that's kind of like just, I don't think that ever built. It was awesome. That's why I saw that.
Is it literally powered by that?
Yeah, that's the way it's powered, you know, guys on a treadmill.
So it's finally day 1 of the race, and is that supposed to be intimidating?
This is Death Race Navigator Wars, including an IRA terrorist, a contract killer, even identical twin serial killers.
What the hell is happening?
Everyone's looking forward to this cage fighting sequence because it's the girl fight. It's the girl navigator girl fight. It's gonna be awesome because I'm telling you, it's a huge cat fight.
So we all remember how Death Race 2 failed to cater towards its hetero male target audience. Shower scenes with a fully clothed woman and a naked Luke Goss. Sex scenes where the female body is completely covered by a naked Luke Goss, and so on. So how did he suddenly learn to fix that for this movie? Did he watch my review or something, or what? This wouldn't be the first time a director's gotten butthurt over one of my reviews. But you know what I think actually happened? I think that after the unintentional gayness of Death Death Race 2, somebody pulled him aside and gave him a little chat. For someone who sure loves hot chicks, he doesn't seem too excited to be featuring them in his movie.
In Death Race 2, we had the fighting with the guys, so we wanted to give it a little twist. So in this movie now, we had the girls fighting it out if they could be the Navigation girls. This had to be the best chick fight ever.
So anyway, they fight to the death, and then 10 of them survive to become navigators.
The girls we're fighting with are not trained fighters, so we've had to try and give them some kind of training in a very, very short space of time.
My market share. Hey, what they changed that to? Now it's the race rating index? That makes sense. The racers are then implanted with a tracking device in the back of their neck. So if they go off course, a smart missile will fuck them up.
You think this thing's gonna be like a Baja race?
The only thing I know about Baja, it's a style of tacos I like.
Don't you just wish you could be Danny Trejo? He can appear in some of the biggest piece of shit movies playing the same character over and over, and despite how undeniably crazy he is, there's something about him that makes him one of the most lovable actors in the world.
What do you do to get into character, or get back into character?
Wake up. I think this is one of the few trilogies that they've realized is a good. The first one, the second one was bigger, the third one's gotten better. You know, it's just boom, because they really realized that people love this thing. So the cars are bigger, the cars are faster, the people are more violent. I mean, we got what do you call it? We had hyenas on this. Wow. You know, those were the prison guards, and then we had bamboo. What do you call them? The monkeys. The baboons. Yeah, you know, baboons.
Bigger.
They were like crazy. You know, we had to chase them off the set every morning. You know, it was like
rods, blood, and bullets. That's what it takes to make a great movie.
You have to have bullets, blood, blades, and babes. And we got all four.
You have to have 4 B's in a movie to make it excellent. You have to have bullets, bloods, bombs, and babes.
I honestly believe that you have to have the 4 B's in order to make a good movie. That's broads, bullets, bloods, and blades.